I'm Rebecca Ponessa. I'm the class of 2014, and I'm the backs captain.
I'm Dan McGrath, class of 2013, forward captain, flanker, and 8-man.
I'm John Sullivan, class of 2013, and I'm the backs captain.
Sean Sweeney, I'm the president, class of 2013, and I was a prop.
I'm Alex Cucchi, class of 2015, vice president and president-to-be.
I'm Elizabeth Cortez, class of 2013. I'm a backs captain, and I play inside center.
I'm Danielle Hill. I'm from the class of 2015, and I'm the president and forward captain for the spring season.
I just think that the club turned for the better, and since day one to right now, I think the club did a complete 180. I feel that the brotherhood and the companionship that we have among each other just really skyrocketed the last, I'd probably say the last 2 years. Obviously the suspension was a rough time, but you could look at the character of the team now and say, hey, these guys got through a rough part in their career, in their playing time, and I think it made us better men and a better team. Our first season after the suspension, we had our best season. We beat ranked teams. We went the farthest any rugby team in the history of Fairfield went, and I think that says a lot about our character as a team and the great group of men that we immerse ourselves with every day.
Okay. Good. And I should point out that when talking about suspension, we're talking about the men's team. The women's team had no problem.
Not at all.
You guys have never been suspended. But that's a topic I'll be covering with a couple of those guys from that time. So But you guys are on a new sort of
New plane.
future road that hopefully will be better for the club. So that's great. Does anybody else have any comments they want to chime in on with that topic at all?
Johnny?
You don't-
Everybody's going to look at me. Wow. All right. Well, I think Sweeney said it best. We took it as an opportunity to better ourselves as a team, and we did that. We went out every day. We didn't see ourselves as suspended. We just saw ourselves as not playing games because we couldn't. And we went out there every day. We worked hard. We practiced. We played well together, and it gave us an opportunity to get to know each other a lot better. And that's exactly what we did. And we came out the next year and we crushed it. We played good rugby, and it ultimately became a good chapter in Fairfield rugby. We shined a pretty good light on it and took what we could away from it, and it was a good thing.
That's great. If you knew somebody that was thinking about joining Fairfield Rugby, didn't know anything about it, never played before, what would you tell them as far as why they should consider joining? I mean, it might touch the reasons why you yourself got involved, but what's the big deal? Why should somebody think about joining this club? And I'd like to hear from a variety of people here, if not all of you.
I would like to say that, when I came, like the other guy said before, that run, that after you sign your name on that sheet, it really is just you're signing your name for brotherhood almost, and everybody everybody comes together, and it starts from day one, and then it comes all 4 years. And if I was going to tell someone to play, who's thinking about playing rugby, I would probably say if you like the competitive nature, and you like to immerse yourself with great individuals, and these are going to be your friends for the next 4 years and probably the rest of your life as well. So it's good, and you can't go wrong playing rugby. So.
For the girls, I think it's a little harder. We don't have that running down to the beach tradition, so you got to sell them on coming to a social event or coming to a practice or watching a game. For girls, we don't have all of those intense physical contact sports in high school, and it's really comforting, I think, when you tell them no one on our team has played before college. So we all learned right here with each other, with a great coach that actually played for the men's team. We have a great coach from Wales as well, and they're just great guys. We play with really good girls that care about the sport. I mean, we can't be so selective with, who's played before, how athletic they are, but if you get a good group of people that really care about playing rugby, about the team camaraderie, you can kind of mold and create a team that can work well together and be really fluid on a field. And I know it takes time and work, especially for girls, because it's a hard sport to teach some of them, but it takes time. And the girls, we have to work hard at it. We lost a lot of girls last year, and this year some people just didn't come back, but we're bouncing back with the class of 2015. There's quite a bit of them, so we're hoping recruiting comes up.
Good, okay. Anybody else? Don?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of different guys will join the team for different reasons, whether it's social, you know, athletic, you need another activity. I myself, I remember I was just sick of not being part of a team sport, a contact sport anymore, and rugby seemed like the best fit. I quickly learned, you know, it's so much more than just another club sport on campus. Sean said it perfectly earlier, it really is a brotherhood. You quickly form into a tight-knit family. There's an incredible sense of camaraderie with all the guys. And, you know, varsity sports may come and go on campus, but, you know, Fairfield Rugby has been the longest running club sport in the university's history, and it's not going anywhere.
Good, well said.
Sure, I'll go. I mean, I would just say that everybody comes to college to be a part of something, and when you get there, you have an opportunity you have so many opportunities to decide what you want to be a part of. And for a special group of guys, you get to decide, I'm going to be a part of the rugby team, and just like Sweeney said, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, and you know, it's comforting to know. I remember being a young guy on campus and messing around and being ridiculous, and the older guys, you know, taking me under their wing and being good guys like Mario Murray and Maida and Hannigan.
Fasulo.
And
What's up, guy?
Fasulo. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
But you know, those kind of guys, they did so much for me when I was a young kid, and I was, you know, I played rugby in high school, but I wanted to continue to be a part of a team that I actually cared about and that I wanted to, you know, feel something for, and we did that, and that's what we do as upperclassmen now. You know, we want to bring in the young guys, and we want to say to them, you know, this is a tradition that we take seriously at this school. This is no joke. You don't look at it like this isn't a varsity sport. You look at it like this is Fairfield Rugby, and you're a part of something special. So that's what I would say to young guys.
Good.
Being only a sophomore, you know, the older guys are, you know, right here next to me too, so they've been here for me the last couple of years and been awesome. They're seniors now, so it's going to be weird not having them next year. But looking back on that run last year, freshman year, you signed that paper and I had no idea what the hell I was getting into. But definitely glad I did, getting down to the beach and, you know, seeing these guys first glance. I mean, a lot of them aren't small or like whatnot, but very intimidating guys. But you get to know them. They're really, you consider each other family now, and I know I could, you know, go to them for anything. So this club is awesome. So happy I joined, and yeah, anybody joining, you know you're getting into a team that's really close knit, would be there for each other with anything. So.
Great.
I have to agree with what everyone said. I know for the women's team, we've been more up and coming, but in terms of like joining, I was always into sports also, and when I signed up, we didn't have a run or anything, but it was they had a way of captivating us, and going to like the first drink up or going to the first social event, the upperclassmen took us under our wing. I know for me as a freshman, it was Jen Manzi and Jess Pierce. They really made us like a little sister. Like they were my older sisters to me, and they really enforced the whole fact that the tradition, the family, like it's not a sport like a varsity sport where, yeah, you could say you played a varsity sport in college, but when I graduate now, all I can think about is the long-term friends I made here, and it was because of rugby.
When I came to Fairfield, I planned on playing one of the sports I played in high school, which was either softball or soccer. And I happened to pass the rugby table at, I think it was like the fair in the beginning of the year where they try and get you to join the clubs. And my roommate's older sister played when she was here. So she kind of like told me a little bit about it, and the girls at the table just like instantly like captured me, and I signed up, and ever since then I always felt like I was a part of something. We got, I think, 7 girls in just like our hallway to join, and who are now my best friends. And I can honestly say that's the reason I stayed at Fairfield, because I wasn't loving it until I joined the team.
Rugby is a sport, I think, unlike most other sports, that is tradition filled. So let's What are some of your favorites? And, you know, some that might, you know, if you want to qualify as, you know, very important versus, you know, maybe silly, you know, you can do that if you want. But, you know, let's hear about some of the traditions that you guys do now. Who wants to go first?
I think the most important tradition we have during the season is, you know, we usually play our games on Sunday. So Saturday is a big, you know, relaxing day, and you know, just hydrate, everybody hang out, and you know, occasionally we'll go to the Olive Garden and have some pasta, hang out, and then we'll free breadsticks. Yeah, some breadsticks and some pasta. Then we'll go see a movie, and I think that's not I wouldn't call it, you know, set in stone tradition, but it's something that I'm pretty sure I've been doing it my whole 4 years. I'm pretty sure all the other guys have been doing it as well. So I'd say that's the most important. My favorite, I gotta say, is I absolutely love selections. I live and die by for selections, especially in like senior year. Like every Thursday, just like you know, like the senior, like you have a strategy. You're like, someone's getting the keg, someone's picking out the freshmen, someone's doing this. Everybody has a role, and at 9 o'clock, everybody meets up and.
Go into detail. What is that? Our selections might have been a little different from yours.
All right. So practice ends 6:30, 7 o'clock, and we line up all the rookies, and the back captain and the forward captain select one back and one forward, and who's a freshman or a rookie, and you say, hey, this is where the vice president comes in. You get the vice president number. And you say, hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 7. I would pick you up at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and be ready. Think of a great story because you're gonna need one, and just get ready to have a good time. It's a great time, and like obviously going into there, people are like nervous because they don't know what they're getting into. When you're doing it, it's not fun, but afterwards, it's kind of like, you know, everyone. Like we said, it's like you're into the brotherhood now. It's like opening a door.
I wouldn't say it's not fun. We don't want to say it's not fun.
No, I mean, it's
a fun thing.
No, it's fun, but it's like
yeah,
it's not like when you're doing it. It's like it's going through your head and you're just like
Initiation?
It's like an initiation. Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
It's an excellent tradition that we have for sure.
And after everybody does it, you always get the same response. That was great. Yeah. That was the best time I had. Like, and plus you got to get them when they're young. They're freshmen, they're sophomores, and they're gonna be like, hey, and they're just gonna be like, hey, that was a lot of fun. I've never heard anybody come to practice on Friday say I did not have fun at selections, and it's a great time. That's my favorite. And senior selections is fun too.
I'm a little confused though. So this freshman gets selected or picked up and goes where?
Goes to the beach.
To the beach.
So he'll come.
Go ahead.
He'll come down the beach. We'll pick him. We'll say to them after practice, you know, player A and player B, you guys are about to really become a part of this team, you know, and you've been selected. And off the bat, they don't really know what that means, but it means, you know, something. They've been selected, and the old guys take it seriously, and it's like this is a big deal. So we bring them down the beach, and you know, what goes on is you become a part of the team. And I remember being a young guy and like, you know, getting selected and just thinking to myself like, this is great. This is all good stuff. I want to be a part of this, not as the selectee, but as a part of the team and selecting somebody else. And it's just bringing guys in and carrying on a tradition. It's good stuff.
And it's not all you know, sit down and like just have a good time. It's business too. You're discussing who do you want to play that upcoming weekend.
Oh, okay.
So you select, and that's why it's called selections. You select the starting 15. For the upcoming game.
And that's the importance of it, because we have an opportunity to show these young guys that we take this seriously. We're not just gonna sit here and we're gonna, you know, select you and we're going to sit here and haze you. That's not what goes on. And for anybody who thinks that is what goes on in selections, you've never been to selections, because that's not what goes on. We sit, we talk about what we think is best for the team at the time, and we show to these kids, this matters to us. We care about this, and you know, we're going to sit and take a couple hours out of our Thursday night and talk about what we think we need to do in the upcoming game. And it's an opportunity for us to show them what this means to us.
And everybody,
if they want to be a part of it, they can take it as seriously as we do.
Yeah, and everybody has a say. Like when the paper goes around and you put the names on, who do you think is going to start in which position, and when your name gets called, you step outside. So the reason for that, so like everyone can be a better teammate and overall better team. So and nothing leaves selections. You don't go outside like, oh, what did the guys say about me?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't, and no one asks because no one's going to tell you. So
that's really cool. It's interesting. I mean, it's different than the way. I mean, and when you said selections, that's what I first thought was about picking the team, and that was it. But then I was a little confused about the freshmen being selected.
Right.
Okay, tradition.
I'd have to say that my favorite tradition would be our chants before the game when we all get together in a circle and your captains stand in the middle right in front of you. Like they kind of explain to you how important this game is to them and how important every game has been to them. And they go around like getting you like all hyped up for the game, and I really put you like in the mindset right before a game, because I know with other sports we never did anything like that, and your mindset just gets totally different for a rugby game than it does for any other type of sports game.
Good. Yeah, excellent.
To piggyback on what Sean said, like Saturdays before a game, we take it as a time to, we have dinner together. We all make dinner together, and we spend like the night together, just hanging out, getting to know each other better, and again, forming that family bond that we have. And it's a good way to pump us up and get us ready for the match the next day. Really, I mean, without it, it's just like, okay, we're just gonna hang out before a game and do nothing. It gets everyone's spirits up, I think, and ultimately, you can see we've done well like that,
Absolutely.
winning most of our matches.
That's right. Great. Any other traditions?
I think my favorite tradition has to be the drink ups. Never missed a drink up. It's like I think drink ups are not only like a celebration that you won, because I mean we were undefeated my freshman and sophomore year, and this year with a lot of new girls with not so much playing experience since we lost 14 seniors last year. It definitely, we had to take a step back and like not be okay with losing a game, but like use that as a learning experience and like build off that. So I looked, especially this year, as drink ups as like a reward. Like we made it through this game, we can like work on this together. It was more of like a coming back together thing, like let's shake it off and have a good time, because maybe the game didn't go the way we wanted it to, but like we still can be together and still have a good time. Not that losing's okay, but they're my favorite parts. Like we've done drink ups with the guys, which are always fun too, and you get that many people there. You get some like friendly competition with the boat races, which they always win. But that's a really good tradition.
Well, singing tradition is still in place, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
Singing's a big part.
I love to sing. This is the songmeister
Maestro.
right here himself.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we can just throw this out there. There's probably some women and children in the crowd.
Yeah.
My favorite song is "There Was a Lady in Red."
There was a lady in red.
Oh, there was a lady in red.
Oh, there was a lady in red.
She na 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 na.
She nodded, nodded, and nah.
She na 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 na.
She nodded, nodded, and nah.
That's, I mean, it goes on. We'll keep going.
That's good, that's good.
There's a little taste.
Ladies, you got to answer that.
If I was a Mary Kate, I thank the Lord. I'm not sure the kind of rugger I would be a rugby.
Props, sir.
Props, sir. Why is that, sir?
Because I support a hooker and
You support a hooker. We all support a hooker together. It'll be all right in the middle of the night when we all support a hooker together. I mean, there's
Yeah.
like 12 more.
It's a good way to.
I always loved the pregame warm up, the chant we always had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw it. I wasn't on A side, but I was watching from the sidelines. I got chills. I mean, the top 23, you link up in the middle of the field. A leader of the team usually gets in the middle. This year was Sean. Sort of start yelling at you, get you pumped up for the game. So, just get the adrenaline going, and then we all pray to Mary Queen of Rugby and ready to go run through a wall.
Yeah.
And you go to war.
And you go to war.
So, how does the Mary Queen of Rugby prayer go?
Well, we start
You say
with
Hail Mary, right?
Yeah, we say the Hail Mary, and then at the end of it,
Mary Queen of
we
Rugby.
just say Mary Queen of Rugby, pray
Yeah.
for us.
We did that 50 years, well, almost 50 years ago
That's
when I was
great.
there.
That's what it's
but,
all
I think
about.
it's been gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
It goes back. Al?
I'd have to agree with what these guys are saying too. That pregame chant, your like warm ups, you kind of sometimes lackadaisical, but as soon as that chant goes, your mindset's ready to go. I mean, I was out injured this year at a torn ACL and on the sidelines of my crutches, and I hear that, and I'm ready to go, toss them, and get out there and play. But I think it's last time you really come together right before you go to battle, so it's one of my favorites.
I would say, compared to other clubs, I guess from the outside looking in, you could say, rugby, they're pretty wild, they're rebellious, and I guess to an extent it is true. But I think the personalities that the sport and the team attracts, that it's needed. I personally feel like to play this sport, you need to be like a little bit crazy. I mean, you're running into, kids who are twice your size with no padding, and, you're not even thinking about it. So, I mean, it does attract that sort of person, the person who, really is willing to sacrifice themselves, thinks about other people above themselves, thinks of the team above themselves. I really got sick of a lot of other sports where it was more about the individual. I felt like I could be myself while I was playing rugby. I could be wild, be reckless, do all the, the crazy stuff I wanted to do, but at the same time, there was a whole lot of meaning behind it. I loved my teammates, I loved the team, I would do anything for them. So yeah, we might be a little bit wild, might be a little bit rebellious, or off the rocker a little bit sometimes, but we would do anything for the sport, for each other, and we loved it more than anything else.
I'd have to second that, even for the women. Yeah, we get some crazy people that come out and play rugby. But yeah, I agree. You do have to be a little nuts, especially for girls. They haven't ever played a sport like this. We don't get to play football in high school, so it really takes a confident athlete to come out and want to tackle somebody else. But yeah, we do get a little wild and rowdy, especially when I was a freshman. Those were some crazy parties. But yeah, we are known, I think, as a club, even men and women, that have a good time. I mean, we welcome anybody, like friends of friends, everybody come have a good time. So everybody likes to come have a good time with us.
That's great. Yeah. That's great.
I think there's certainly a stigma if you tell somebody you play rugby that their thoughts that come to their mind. I know anytime I've said to anyone who doesn't go to Fairfield, I play rugby, so that everybody has a story about a rugby player they know and something crazy along those lines that they did. One of my teachers in high school is an alumni, didn't play rugby, but said there's a bridge from near Claver Hall to go over to the rugby field. It's a wooden bridge, a small thing, and you can't see it anymore, but apparently a Jesuit that was formerly here put equations, physics equations on there, knowing that rugby players walked there every day, and said hopefully one of those equations would stick. But, so just that kind of reputation. But I think we've definitely got a little bit smarter. But again, yeah, we do like to have a good time. We're in college for 4 years. I mean, we're not trying to hurt anybody, just want everybody to have a good time, and we certainly do. So
What we're all about, and we've been all about it this year, we're all about bringing in the young guys and letting them know this isn't a situation where you're going to get hazed and your life's going to be miserable for a couple of weeks and then it's going to be good. Off the bat, it's going to be awesome. You're going to play rugby and you're going to love it. And I remember being a sophomore and having a little bit of a sticky relationship with the seniors when I was a freshman and kind of not hanging out with them very much, but really wanted to be a part of a team. I remember Maida, Hannigan, Fasulo, and Mario came up to me and said, last year's over, this is a new year, you're a part of the team, and you're going to be a part of the team.
Yeah, I mean, if we can make a shout out too. I know we recognize a lot of the seniors who just graduated last year. Big B, Barrett, if you're watching this, I was scared of you freshman year, but man, she's like a big teddy bear to me now.
Good. All right.
If there's a closing thing we should end it on, it's a good-ass past 50 years, and it's going to be a hell of the next 50 years.